Hello everyone, come back to Rubber TV. Manchester United nil, Newcastle United nil. My voice is destroyed because I was distracted towards the end of that game when Rashford missed that chance. But come on, to be fair, that was a fucking bad miss, wasn't it? And what hurts most, Ronaldo would have buried that if he was on the pitch, but that wasn't the case because for some reason Ronaldo was on the fucking pitch. So yeah, what do I start? I mean, that game was it's the same old problem. We're struggling to break down low blocks, and I think that maybe if we had Eriksen today, we would have won the game. But regardless, we still had to win that game. Draw's not a good enough result for Manchester United, that's for sure. I'm looking at the Premier League table right now. After that game, we're ahead of Newcastle with Brighton. Okay, fine. Liverpool have a game to play. Okay, fine. We're gonna keep our place right now, but if we won this game, we would have been only 5 points off Spurs, and if we beat Spurs, we would have been only 2 points off them. It's going to be Spurs, but that just isn't a really good enough result for Manchester United. But first, I'll start with some positives. Defense, class, absolute class. I'll give huge credit to the defense. I think fullbacks were pretty decent going forward. They were, they couldn't do much else going forward. They were trying, they were doing everything they could going forward. And they were fantastic defensively. The Sancho and Varane, superb defensively. The hair didn't really have anything to do during the game. He had a few saves to make, but that's it. Distribution was a bit dodgy at times, but for most of the game, his distribution was okay. But this is one man who I really was not happy with in this game. His name's Fred. He should have come off at halftime, in my opinion. He somehow played 49 minutes. 49. He somehow played 90 minutes. And listen, I understand that we don't have anyone else on the bench. I understand we don't have McTominay or Eriksen on the bench. I understand McTominay is suspended and Eriksen is ill. But you have Iqbal and Mainu there, and I understand that they are youth players. But the thing is, why are they there on the pitch then? For injury reasons? Because Fred, honestly, he was atrocious in the first half. In the second half, he was pretty much crap as well. His passing improved in the second half, I'll give him that. And I would say he was better in the second half than the first half, but he still wasn't good enough at all in the second half. In the first half, he was not good at all. Constantly giving the ball away. First touch was crap. Passing was garbage. Going forward, he wasn't really that good either. He won the ball back a couple of times. It's pretty much the only good thing. But had a solid performance. Couldn't do much else. Wingers, and I would say the attack was lacking today. That's for sure. I think that, and also that Rashford miss at the end was so irritating because in my opinion, Ronaldo should not have come off. And if you're going to... Hello? Okay, I'm still here, I believe. Yeah. I don't get it. How on earth did Cristiano Ronaldo come up before Fred? Fred was absolutely atrocious throughout the whole game. He was not good. He did not have a good performance. Ronaldo didn't really have a great performance either, but he wasn't bad. He wasn't that bad. He didn't really get any chances. And I guarantee, and I would bet my mortgage on Ronaldo scoring that chance that Rashford missed. Marcus Rashford isn't the best in the air, as we know, and I'm tired. I'm sick and tired of this myth that Marcus Rashford can be a striker. He can never be a striker good enough for Manchester United. His only asset as a striker is pace. Pace alone will never be alone. Pace alone will never be enough to get you to get you to the level you need to be Manchester United striker. His back to goal is not good. He isn't that good in the air. His finishing is good, but for a striker, I wouldn't say it's good enough. He's not a good. He's overall not really a good striker. His best position is off the left-hand side, where he's been playing well for Manchester United recently. Apart from the last game against Ammonia, I heard he didn't have a good game. He didn't have a good game at all. He missed a lot of chances. But is a bad day for Rashford for today. As a striker, it just does not work. He does not work. Marcus Rashford as a striker for Manchester United does not work at all. It will not work. It worked once against Arsenal, but also he got he got an assist against Arsenal. I'll give him that. He got an assist against Leicester, where he played as a striker as well. But the two goals that he actually scored against Arsenal were when he came off the left, and when Ronaldo came on and was playing as a striker. Marcus Rashford's best position is off the left, going up and down the pitch, tracking back, helping out the left back, Palacio Shaw, putting crosses into the box occasionally, giving the cross into the box, taking on players, taking on the fullback, taking on the centre back sometimes, taking on players, cutting inside and going for goal with his right foot, uh, you know, um, showing his flair, all these things are attributes are best to the winger, but for some reason we're playing him as a striker all the time. Sancho wasn't that good either as well. So against Spurs, I would start Rashford and drop Sancho, and I would definitely start Eriksen instead of Casemiro. And I completely forgot about this. Eriksen against his former club, man, that's gonna be emotional for him because see he did so much at Spurs, and he's definitely out of all the clubs he's been at, definitely he's probably most recognized for his time at Spurs. And I know he won a title with it, but still, like the things he went through, the things he helped Spurs with I mean, he was part of the Spurs team who made it to the first ever Champions League final. That was incredible. So yeah, Eriksen, against Spurs is gonna be interesting, and just I destroyed my voice, and it's so fucking sad. I'm not sad, but like I'm just pissed off. I'm not happy at all, which performance against Newcastle today. We just couldn't break them down. That was the problem. We couldn't break them down. And with Eriksen, maybe you could have, but still, we should have won that game. We really should have won that game. Now we have next game is against Antonio Conte Spurs and Conte. I mean, if we had difficulty breaking down Newcastle, Eddie Howe's Newcastle, then how are we gonna break down Antonio Conte Spurs? It's going to be really difficult. And we're going to have our attacking midfield already going to have to step up in our next game. Also, Bruno was just so irritating today. The amount of times he didn't really keep the ball that well. In the attacks, he could have done better. Just overall, just not really a good performance from Bruno, and I would drop him. Like I would have dropped him after the Manchester derby. I would have dropped him after the Manchester derby for Donny van de Beek. I would have dropped him. He should have been dropped by now. But the problem is we don't have anyone else who can really play there. I mean, we have Eriksen, but then we're gonna have to play for Fred McTominay. Neither of which are already that good. So we need Donny van de Beek back, but he's out long term. It's just enough so that Van de Beek and Wan-Bissaka's injuries are longer term. So I have no idea what we're gonna do about that. It's really a bad situation there, and I just think that. Also, like the chances we had today, we should have won that game. Rashford should have scored a chance at the end. And also, of course, I have to address this. Craig Pawson was a fucking referee in this game. It was absolute crap. Should have given a penalty for Sancho. That was a blatant penalty. Like, come on. Like, seriously, Sancho. I mean, come on. He was cleaned out. It's like, come on. How is that not a penalty? And then, should have given a penalty for that. And I just feel like he wasn't really giving us. He wasn't giving us a few fouls. He was giving us a few free kicks in this game, and he didn't give. And he didn't. Newcastle players were, in my opinion, were making fouls, which the ref didn't think that he didn't give a free kick for those fouls to us. So I didn't like that at all. That was my opinion. So I just think that we have to respond from this. And a draw, it's definitely not a good enough result, but we have to respond. We have to fight back because we are Manchester United, and we have to fight back. But it's just also the fact that we only made one substitution today. To break down a roadblock, you need some fresh legs, and we didn't really. Ten Hag didn't really have a lot of players he trusted in this game on the bench, and that just goes to show you that the board didn't really fully back him. Because I mean, if we had Gakpo, then Gakpo would be coming on along with Marcus Rashford, and they might be making a big difference in that game. But wasn't the case, unfortunately. It just was not good enough for Manchester United, and we need to do better. We definitely need to do better in our future games. Hopefully, we can produce a better performance against Tottenham, because if we don't, we're not going to be able to beat them. That's for sure. If we put the level of performance against Tottenham, we'll either draw or more probably lose the game. So yeah, let's just get a player rating. So looking at the player ratings. My goodness, man, not happy. I'm not happy at all with the performance. And that's just so disappointed with the team there. They had to do better than that. They had to do better than that. Disappointed. Really am disappointed. It's just so frustrating. The amount of chances we just it's so frustrating because Newcastle, fair play to Newcastle by the way, they played well. Didn't really do much going forward, but Joe Linton, of course, had the chances of the crossbar. But I won't really blame us for that. I wouldn't really blame us for that because it was a free kick and Joe Linton just he saw the opportunity and he took it. Hit the ball and it just fell to Joe Linton off the crossbar and then on a rebound off the post. That was just lucky. That's just pure luck there for Joelinton. Yeah, and also congratulations to David De Gea, 500 Manchester United appearance. And yes, we didn't win, but he kept the clean sheet. So, and 500 appearances. I mean, the likes of Brian Robson have not made 500 appearances for Manchester United, and he's one of Manchester United's greatest ever captains. And he was at the club for like what, at least around a decade, and and the fact that David De Gea has made more appearances than him, that's absolutely fantastic. And yes, I know Hydron QRPR Wi-Fi CCTV. I'm not sure what you're talking about there, but yeah, the fact that David De Gea has made more appearances, and I know he's a goalkeeper. Uh, I know he's a goalkeeper, but that's still amazing in my opinion. And I think I'm pretty sure he's only behind Alex Stepney for appearances made for Manchester United. Only behind Alex Stepney, which is incredible. And Alex Stepney is like a Manchester United. He is a Manchester United legend. I mean, he was part of the side that won the 1958 European Cup. So that's just goes to show you how long that he has been at the club and how experience he has at the club and the amount he knows what this club's all about. That's for sure. He knows more about what this club is than a lot of players in that team. So yeah, I'm not trying to compare by the way, but I'm just saying he knows what this club means. He knows what this badge means, and he loves this badge. That's for sure. He definitely loves this badge, like a lot of us United fans and like a lot of those players, like yeah, all of those players. Yeah. So yeah, let me just refresh, and we can get to player ratings. Right, so David De Gea, I'll give him a steady 6. As I said, he only had to make a few saves. The distribution wasn't that great. It wasn't really that bad either. At times, it was a bit dodgy, that's for sure. But at times, it was fine. Jala, I'll give him a 7, and actually, if I give him a 6, maybe it sounds a bit too generous. Wasn't too great going forward, to be honest. I mean, he did what he could going forward, but he didn't. Wasn't really enough, was it? And the cross, I mean, he made one. No, sorry. I mean, he didn't really put enough crosses into the box at all. And that's something I think we should have done more. Like when Ronaldo was on the pitch, we should have been just spamming crosses into the box. We should have kept on putting crosses into the box non-stop. But for some reason, we did not, and I don't know why. We just didn't put enough crosses into the box for Ronaldo. And I mean, Ronaldo's one of the best headers of the ball in the world. So I have no idea why we didn't put a lot of crosses into the box. We didn't put enough crosses into the box at all. I don't know why that was the case. So yeah, and defensively the was okay. So yeah, 6. Varane 7, and I would actually give him my man of the match. I thought he performed pretty well. I mean, defensively he was absolutely solid. Won aerial duels, clearances, blocks, marking players. We had to deal with a lot of set pieces in this game as well, like more than usual. We had to deal with free kicks and corners, and Varane did well with all of them. I thought Varane was class today, and I'm really happy with his performance. The Sancho gave him a 7 as well. I thought his two centre backs were around equally good. I would just give it a slight edge to Brown. I just thought he was a bit better than Martinez, but Monsters as well was absolute class, and I'm really happy with his performance. As I think Martinez has been one of our most consistent performers this season. That for sure. That's just my opinion. He's been so consistent for us, and he's been really good, and yeah, I'm really happy with Montrez's performance. And yeah, I know against City could have done better with one or two of the goals, but he along with Martial and maybe Casemiro were the only players who could kind of come out of that game with any credibility, in my opinion. So yeah. So, yeah, from Montes, he had a good performance. I was pretty happy with him. Luke Shaw gave him a 6. I think he was better than Dalo. He got involved in the attack more. He even shifted to the right hand side towards the end of the game because we were desperate for the goal. All of our players players were desperate for goals. A lot of our players were desperate for goals, and I think Shaw defensively as well was solid. He dealt with Miguel Almiron pretty well, and also Murphy kind of. I would say, wait, who were Newcastle? Who started where for Newcastle again? Yeah, Murphy started off the left, and Almiron started off the right. And I would say Murphy probably he had a better game than Almiron, so that just shows you that the law probably defensively was poorer than Luke Shaw. But still, the law wasn't that bad defensively. But yeah, I will say Luke Shaw was better. He was really good defensively, and I heard going forward he was good as well. So yeah, overall a 6 for Luke Shaw. He was decent today. Casemiro gave him a 7. Protecting the back four, passing wasn't too bad. Passing was fine. Got involved in the attack a bit. Won the ball back. Won the ball back a few times. He did well to win the ball back a few times. Protected the back four well, as I said already. Overall, a good performance from Casemiro. Fred's absolutely atrocious. I'm giving him a 3. Absolutely atrocious. Not good enough at all from Fred's. The worst player on the pitch today, in my opinion. Worst player on the pitch, in my opinion. Yeah. Passing was atrocious. It was better in the second half actually, but his passing wasn't good enough. His first touch wasn't good enough. But just overall, I just didn't really play that well. And and I would say his movement was okay, but that was kind of it. I mean, he won the ball back a few times, fine. Passing was okay a few times. He made one great pass to Shorty, and apart from that, didn't really have a good game at all. Bruno, gonna give him a 4. I thought he was poor today. Giving the ball away constantly, didn't really get involved in a lot of their attacks. We were just as a captain as well. He wasn't that great today. Overall, Bruno didn't really have a good game today, so gonna give him a 4. Wasn't that great, so yeah. Anstey, I'll give him a 5. No, I'm giving him a 6. I'm gonna put a 6. Yeah, but I'll be a bit generous. Trying to get involved. He put some decent crosses into the box, but we just couldn't score from them. He did try to make runs behind that Newcastle defense. He tried to make runs behind, but it just didn't really work. Didn't really properly work. But in the end, I would say Anthony had a decent game overall. Didn't really, I mean, he had one wasteful shot in the first half, but went way over the ball, and then he had, I think, in the second half, he had a shot which went straight at Nick Pope. And that was kind of it. That was good all things I noticed from Anthony's game play. Wasn't that great, but wasn't that bad either, so I'll give him a 6. Sancho gave him a 5. Wasn't that great today. I would say he had a worse performance than Anthony. I would say in terms of tracking back, Sancho and Anthony both did their jobs today in terms of tracking back, and I like it from Sancho specifically because against Ammonia, he didn't track back well enough, and against City, they didn't track back well enough at all. But he tracked back in this game, so at least he's learning from his mistakes, which is something I like. But apart from tracking back, I didn't really notice Sancho at all in this game. Really, it was literally involved. And yeah, overall, I didn't really have that good of a game today. Ronaldo was in a graveyard shift, in my opinion. He had that chance. He had a few chances. Okay, he was offside, and he had that controversial thing where he basically took the ball off Nick Pope and scored because they thought that the ref blew the whistle, but I guess he didn't. And I mean, apart from that, I didn't really have any chances. I mean, he had one shot, I think, maybe a header. I think he had one shot. I think, I'm not sure. I can't even remember. Didn't have a lot of chances in this game at all. I would say, in my opinion, not his fault at all. He is the number 9. He was in the graveyard shift. We didn't provide enough chances to him at all. And if Ronaldo was provided with a chance that this man has towards the end, he would have definitely scored that. Marcus Rashford, gonna give him 5 because normally I give substitutions a 6 because because they were out long for long, but out on for long. But I have to give Rashford a 5 for missing that chance. I'll just be right back. I'll get a door. I'm back. Sorry for leaving. Sorry for leaving. I'm back. I'm back. So sorry for leaving. So yeah, Rashford not good. No, not good. Like I mean, normally I'll give him a 6 because normally I give substitutions a 6 because they aren't on for long, so they can't really make a huge impact. So and sometimes I give them a 7 when I make a good impact off the bench. But Rashford, he 3-0 to Real Madrid. Oh my goodness, who scored? Who scored? Wait, who scored? I can't see. I want to see who scored before I go for any further. Real Madrid, but I can't see who scored for some reason. Okay, but yeah, but never mind. But yeah, Rashford. I mean, he missed that header at the end. I had to give him a 6, but I guess to score that. I think I think him a 5 for that. I mean, he has to score. And Hag, I'll give him a 5. I mean, a 4. I think it's a bit harsh, but I understand this team selection. I mean, I wouldn't have started Bruno. I would have started Sancho camp, to be honest, because Bruno's not really the. I think Bruno deserves to be dropped after the last game because I heard he had a pretty good performance in the last game, and recently he just dropped off recently. I mean, he's had a few good performances here and there, but overall, this season he's just dropped off from where he was at his peak, especially. And it hasn't really. He was better than he was last season, but not by much. Not by much. I mean, he's had a worse start this this season. Overall, I just think that I think apart from the Bruno selection, that I couldn't really do anything about a Fred substitution. But actually, no, I think I should have brought up Fred as well. At halftime, I would have brought on Iqbal on my new for Freds. I would have done that. To be honest with you, I would have done that. Yeah, I would have done that. Because how worse could it really have been from Fred than Fred's? I would have brought on Iqbal on my new for Fred. So I think those two things Ten Hag got wrong. I also think bringing off Ronaldo is something he got wrong as well. I would have brought on Sancho instead of Rashford. I would have brought on Sancho instead of Ronaldo. I mean, Ronaldo is someone you keep on when you're trying to score a goal. When you desperately need a goal, Ronaldo is a player who you keep on the pitch, but Ten Hag didn't. So yeah, man of the match. It's gonna be close, I think. Who's gonna get it? Casemiro. Yeah, I understand it. I think Casemiro Martinez Varane could have given it to anyone of East Day. Now, if you gave it to anyone of East Day, and I completely agree with you, I think East Day would have stand up performance today. But yeah, I agree with Casemiro. Overall, he had a good performance. I thought Varane would have. Varane was man of the match, in my opinion. I gave it to Varane, but I understand why Casemiro got it. And yeah, congratulations, Casemiro, on being a Manchester United's man of the match in this game. Pretty good performance, and yeah, well deserved. So yeah, next up we have Tottenham Hotspurs. Where are we playing them? We're playing them at Old Trafford again. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to beat them there. beat them in the game. Kulusevski is out, so that's a big blow for the Man United. Didn't know that he's out until January, according to OneFootball. Emerson suspended for 3 games, and Tanganga is out until January as well. No, uh, so that's good thing because he's out until January. Because he's just the same for Anthony Martial, and he is not out until January. That's for sure. So yeah, I don't think Maguire is out until January either. So yeah, I've won one Martha's, I won 3 test starts. Yeah. Next up, Spurs Old Trafford. Hopefully we can beat them, and yeah, preview will be done on Tuesday because Wednesday is the day after game, I believe. So yeah. Anyways, guys, it's all for today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, turn on post notifications to be notified when we upload the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys later.